Well, first and foremost, I should mention too, and I did mention, I have two kids, young, 5 and 3. I have a kindergartner at Falls who's part of the special education at Falls as well. And so one of the big things that I have realized, especially getting involved in his IEP writing and things like that, is that there is a need for parents with a voice, but not only with a voice that just voice, but actually do something. So, I don't want to sit on my hands and just watch anymore. I want to get involved. I have the background. I have a background in budgeting, in finance, and HR policy. And I just really think that I could be a value add to the school committee. I also have had a lot of experience in my finance days of finding funds and getting creative and thinking outside the box with minimal to no resources. And I really feel like there's an opportunity for me there. And again, it is a little bit of a personal thing for me because I have children in the area. I don't have that fancy name in the town, but there is no personal agenda for me. I'm not doing this from a political perspective as a jumping board to get on a different committee in the town. I am truly doing this for not only my children, but the children in this town and the students in this town to better the education and ensure that North Attleboro is still really that town that everybody wants to send their kids because we provide world-class education. So if you vote for me, that's what you'll get out of me. You will get 100% commitment from me to work towards better education for our children and know that you can come talk to me and know that I will be a sounding board. If you want to talk to me, I will be that kind of intermediary between the school committee and the public.
So I'd like to be one of the 2 candidates selected on April 4th because I care about this town. I've been here since I was born. My parents have, my grandparents have. I know a lot of people in this town. That's not why you should vote for me. You should vote for me because I care about all of those people. My wife grew up in Florida. I had her move up to North Attleboro. Then I had her mother move up to to Newton so that she could be closer to North Attleboro. I lived in Pawtucket for a little bit when I first graduated so that I could afford a house out there. Then we bit the bullet and moved back to North because we wanted to be part of the school system, part of the community. It's a really special town. And the people that have lived here know that. And I want to preserve that and hopefully make it better.
Well, let's see. There are great choices. I don't think that North Attleboro can make a bad choice with the election in April. I have 5 kids, so I've been in the schools. They're in 3 different schools at this point, 3 different districts. We have run the gamut of issues. Of struggles, just regular school challenges, homework challenges, sports challenges, family challenges, COVID challenges. I've got a lot of experience with town government, RTM, Finance Committee before the charter, 2 years on town council. I've got a good understanding of how the council and the school committee need to work together, especially when it comes to the budget, right? And this budget season. I think I can bring a lot of good experience to the school board this year. So I think, I think I'm a solid bet. But like I said, I don't think there's a bad choice this year.
First of all, I just want to say thank you for having me. I really appreciate this opportunity. If you remember back when I ran 3 years ago, it was right around COVID. In fact, that election that year was moved from April to June to accommodate COVID, and as we were all trying to figure this out as a community, it was tough. We knew that we were likely heading into what would be potentially the hardest year in education in American history, and it was hard. It was quite tough. It was tough on our parents. It was tough on our teachers and staff, but it was really hard on our students too. And I think it is getting better. I think we are beginning to come out of it, but we need to continue to support our kids. I'm somebody who cares deeply for the children of North Attleboro. As you know, I was the co-founder of the Fuel for the Weekend program in 2019, a program that still continues today. And the Fuel for the Weekend program provided meal and snack bags to students in North Attleboro to help fill the gap of food insecurity when they were not receiving food at school. I am one of the founders of the local nonprofit, Our Open Umbrella. I'm currently the president of that. We have a general and an emergency fund for families. And one of the things that we're going to be doing this year, which I'm really excited about, is we're actually starting a clothing program to help fight clothing insecurity in this community. I also sit on the board of CPAC, which is the Special Education Parent Advisory Council. We work with the school district. We support families. We encourage them to share their journeys. Sometimes that special ed journey is not an easy one, and it's, sometimes filled with a lot of questions. But I'm somebody who cares a lot about the kids of this community, families of this community, people of this community. And I hope that I've earned, folks' votes on April 5th, and I'll have a chance to sit for another 3 years to continue supporting kids in education here.
So I should be one of the two candidates elected on April 4th, Peter, because I think, and if my research is correct, that I would be the only current educator on the school committee. It's not a prerequisite to be an educator to be on the school committee, but it's certainly helpful. So I have 25 years experience as a classroom teacher, an assistant principal, a principal, a director of technology. I've been the director of transportation, and I've even helped out with curriculum from time to time. So my experience, my resume is pretty expansive. I think I can bring that knowledge and that expertise to the school committee. I know these buildings and most of this faculty very, very well, having been here for almost 2 decades. And I'm really pleased to say that I have been contacted by many of them with their support. So that makes me feel pretty good. And going into this race, I think that hopefully those experiences will be helpful, and I can lend some of that to the school committee and hopefully offer that educator lens to the school committee.
Well, I'd say, Peter, first and foremost, I'm a parent of 2 kids in the school system. And as I've said, it's most important for us to make sure that our kids, and by our kids I mean all of the kids in the community, have the curriculum, the materials, the facilities, and the support from teachers and staff and the school board that's needed for them to succeed, compete, succeed, survive, support themselves in the future, post-high school. Not only that, as a parent, in the past years, I've been a parent who hasn't had a lot of time. I have a career as well, right? And so I haven't had a lot of time to dig into what our school community is doing, much less read all the emails that they send out, which are numerous. And so I found myself now with a little extra time, or I want to commit that extra time to digging into the school or contribute to the school system. And what I'd like to do as a school committee member is help to provide some more transparency between what the school's doing, what the school committee's doing, what we're making, how we're making decisions on finances, curriculum, facilities. Make sure that parents have some visibility to that and a say in that, so that so we make the right decisions for the parents and the students of the community.